You're listening to the Smash Bros. Cast, episode 76. I'm your host, N64 Josh, my co-host and sparring partner, Nightcrawler. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, we got news. It is going good. It is going good. Before we get into it, guys, if you want to get yourself a free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/SBC. Pick up something awesome like Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. And the chair I'm sitting in from OP Seat. Go to n64josh.com/OP Seat. Automatically save $10 at checkout. With that, we're gonna jump just right into the news. This is gonna be just kind of a short. We say short. It's not.
We're gonna try to make it short.
We're gonna try to make it short.
The goal.
Yeah, it's not gonna be short. It's not gonna be short. All right, we had a Joker Direct straight from Nintendo.
Like 5 p.m. Pacific, it just showed up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that about what time it was?
I think it was even closer to 6, which was like 9 p.m. Eastern, right? Just, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was home from dinner and I was upstairs getting my kids ready for bath time and all that kind of stuff. And I see Wario64 tweet out something that's like, Joker available tomorrow in Spanish. I'm like, what? And I have to go quick and find the video, and I watch the video, and
yeah,
it's not a short video either. It's 15 minutes long. It's a direct. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's no joke. I was driving to go get food, and kind of doing a little date with my wife, and I get the email from Nintendo. Like, so I had seen like there was a render. Like a Joker render. I think that was Wario64 that posted that. And so I was scoping that out. And then I got an email that Nintendo uploaded a new video. And I click it. And I was like, oh, cool, Joker. And then I clicked it. And I was like, oh, Joker. Like, went back, clicked it. And I'm like, 15 minutes. Like, what? Yeah. What? 15 minutes? So how bizarre, one, that this wasn't a direct. It's just... Nope, here it is. Here's this.
Well, they did their hype train with that commercial. Was that last week?
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean that proved to be exactly what we thought. We'll get to that here in a little bit, but that was kind of their hype. I think was this mini tease about the stage builder, and they let the communities around Nintendo build that up, and that's kind of. But then just they stealth drop it on YouTube, and that's what it is.
You know that Nintendo has a new president now, right?
Day one, and Doug Bowser.
You know that he was head of marketing. They know what's up. They know what's up.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be fun. We're going to be in for a ride. He's like, hey, guess what? We don't need to spend the money on a direct. Just put this out.
Just watch what happens. Two frames in the commercial.
Yeah. Watch what happens. Every Discord will get the same message from 1,900 different people that never scrolled up.
Oh yeah. That's key. When you come back into the Discord, you gotta scroll up and see what's been. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I've come in sometimes and it's like 450 messages. It's like, wow, skim through it, because sometimes there's good videos posted. Those will stick out a little bit in the Discord. That's always good.
No, I love it. I love how excited everybody is. Everybody wants to be first in line. I totally get it. It's awesome. I love the hype. But that's what Nintendo's doing, right? That's what they're like, hey, guess what? Everybody and their mom is going to be sharing this Joker video for us right now. You know.
Yeah,
right now.
I was going to say, I was just watching it for the third time when we were doing notes. I wonder what the
view count is up to.
View counts out.
Okay, well, while you look into that, we're gonna do a quick breakdown of the video. Okay, more breakdown of Joker than just the video itself. So, 2 sets of moves. You have a persona and non-persona move set, right? So the persona is like this. What is it? Like a demon?
Rebel. Well, so Arsene is the name of the persona, and that's. So I have Persona 5. I have not played a little bit. I have been like poking my nose in like Void and Zero and some of the other like Smash streamers that are playing. Vicky's playing it as well. So it's kind of like you and I both played Xenoblade Chronicles. Think of it as your personas are like your blades.
Okay.
So
and that's kind of the vibe. That's the vibe I was getting. It also got me like, oh my gosh, Rex. So they do the attacks or whatever. So
So yeah, so Joker has, we're kind of jumping around here in our notes, but Joker has a down special, which does different things depending on where you are in that progression of getting to your persona. So Rebel's Guard is what it's called while you're just like vanilla Joker. And if you engage it, it's not super clear to me watching the video a couple times now if you have to engage it like a counter, like it has to be active for you to take half damage if you're, I'm assuming maybe it's on a timer, maybe it's something that you have to do like at that time, but you take half damage and it charges up your meter faster. So think of it kind of like Cloud's Limit, because there is a meter bar on next to your player icon on the bottom.
So it looked to me like you fired it up, like you hit down B and you started charging. If you got hit while that was happening, you'd take half damage and it would add to your gauge, right? It would start building for you. And then something took place if you were taking a jab combo while that was happening. After the jab combo finished, you would actually hit them with a move that pushed them back. Does that sound? I think that's what.
It kind of buffers them a little bit, but it doesn't attack.
It just kind of pushes. It's just like a knockback kind of thing. Yeah. And
I just looked up the video. 4 hours ago. So I mean, it's just shy of 1 million views.
Wow. I think I saw some tweets of people saying that they've watched it like 1 million times just themselves, so it makes sense. So like I said, 2 sets of moves. You got your persona, your non-persona. Okay, your special neutral is a gunshot. Okay, you can hit. They show him he hits B once, he fires the gun. Hit it again, fire again. You can kind of rapid fire.
Yeah, you can tap it or you can hold it, and it'll. I don't know if there's a difference in speed when you do that. Assuming tapping would be a little bit faster. But yeah. But then also later on in the video, you see him excuse me, falling, and I'm assuming they're pressing neutral B as well, and he fires a gun kind of in circle, kind of like it Joker seems like a mesh between Bayo, Palutena, Cloud, all sorts of different characters seem kind of meshed in there a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So if you are in the what is it called again? The Rebels. If
engaged with Rebels, it's Rebels Guard fills up the Rebellion gauge.
Right. And so if that's fully charged, then your persona's out. Correct.
So I believe you have to engage it. I think you have to do down B again to bring out Arsene is the name of the persona.
Gotcha.
And he'll take off his mask or whatever, or I guess he has 2 alternate costumes. So there's different palette swaps for like Joker and his trench coat and all that kind of stuff.
Got it.
And mask. But then there's 2 costumes where he's in his school uniform and he has glasses on. So I think they just use his glasses as his persona mask.
I see. So if Arsene is out and you hit your neutral B, it's a 3-round burst on your gun.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then his grapple was pretty interesting. So it works for recovery, right? To get back to stage.
Up special. That's not grapple. It's a grappling hook, but it's not his grab.
Right. Sorry, I have up special written down here. Then I just have.
Yep.
I forgot to put the word hook at the end of grapple. So, yeah. So his up special is a grappling hook. It works for recovery. Also can pull a character through. Like he pulls a Donkey Kong through the platform, right down to him, and then at that point, it looks like you can start like kind of have your way with them. Get a combo started, whatever.
So think of it kind of like, I know Donkey Kong and like Link have different. So up B recovery is something different when like Donkey Kong and Link are in the air. Same thing with Joker. If you're standing on the platform and you fire you use up special, it can fire at kind of, I think it's, I don't know how much you can control it, or if it's kind of just an auto. If they're within the range and they're at the appropriate kind of angle, it'll just adjust. But whatever platform Donkey Kong was standing on, I think it was on maybe something from from Kid Icarus. I'm not sure, it was maybe one of those stages, but just straight got pulled through the platform down on the ground, and Joker was able to start doing some damage. So
I recall
Buffy
from the video they said that you could angle it.
I don't know how much that has.
So yeah, what does that mean? Does it go straight up otherwise?
Like Piranha Plant?
Does it go
like Piranha Plant? You aim. I mean,
right.
So it could be kind of like that.
Yeah, and if you don't do anything, does it come out like Simon's whip, either like straight up or straight to the, straight to the left or whatever, or right, whatever way you're facing? Like, kind of curious on that one. Let's see. Moving right along. Down special is Rebel's Guard. We talked about that. You got to charge your rebellion gauge. And
but we haven't talked about. So after you bring out Arsene, this is where Joker kind of switches to Palutena a little bit with. So they have weird names. Forgive me if I mess this up. If you're a huge Persona fan, I apologize. Tekakarn is the name of the counter if it's a melee counter. So just like Palutena, if somebody like a sword character or a brawler gets in and tries to physically damage you without a projectile, so physical attack, it's a melee counter. So a physical attack will come back as retribution from Joker, and that's called Tekakarn. And then there's I'm gonna butcher this one because it's bad. Makarakarn, that's right. Yeah. Is
you got to get a little more throat in there, like Makaraka. Then you can say it wrong.
That is the projectile reflector. So just like Palutena, reflect will push back projectiles back towards whoever threw them.
This character's broken. Nerf Joker already. just nerf him. All right. Side special. What was the name again? Do you remember?
I told you how to say this, but I forget.
We're just gonna call it EIEIO.
It was AHA. I know it was more of an A, so AHA, I believe. And it's kind of like he snaps his fingers, and sure, it's something from in game, obviously.
This is like an episode of Sesame Street, like AHA.
Yeah, we didn't write out the phonetic spellings in our show notes here. So
yeah,
I was
listening ahead of time, just like, okay, this is how you say it.
I listened and I recited it to Josh, and then we all forgot about it.
Yeah. Then I played a round of Smash. So
Aha, small. So he snaps his fingers, and it's like a fight. It comes out of kind of a diagonal. It kind of reminds me of just like a very, very weak PK Fire kind of thing. Because it's going to hit you with an initial burst. It doesn't do a lot of damage.
It was like it was low.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5%. It wasn't a lot. But then there's like a 2% tick for 4 or 5 seconds continuing.
It better be lower than that, because my Mario's Fireball does not do that much damage. So it just, maybe
well, PK
6.
Fire gets you really hard. And I mean, that's a side B. I mean, it all just depends.
Yeah, Little Rabbit Trail. I played a nest that I caped his PK Fire every time, and he landed in it every time. I was dying. I was having a hard time not laughing to finish the fight. Like, it was that. Yeah.
So you're trying to compare Mario's neutral B to a side B. So
hey, I'm just saying.
Compare the Fireball to the gunshot, and then it's kind of on the same level.
Okay, I guess it's okay then. I'll allow it. I just deleted the tweet to Sakurai. We're good.
But then in Persona form, side special has a different name. I forget what they said. Iagon. I'm sure it's similar to Aegon. I don't know what it is. But it's very similar. Yeah.
Aegon. Just say it wrong every way, so we get lots of tweets.
Now we're crossing over with Game of Thrones names a little bit.
Just not enough. Still not enough throat. There we go. I said it right.
So the side B when you're in Persona is just like AHA. When you're in neutral form, whatever, it just does a little bit more. It's more damage, kind of like the gun. The gun is more special. It's going to do a little bit more damage. So everything's kind of amplified when you're in Persona form. So did we talk about recovery in Persona form?
With the wings, no, we forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you said no damage with it. It looks like no damage with this move, but some.
So up B, I don't think in general doesn't do any damage. It will either grappling hook somebody. You can either grappling hook the ledge and get back that way. You can standing up B and pull somebody towards you, but it still doesn't do damage. But then in persona form, you use Arsene's wings, and you gain frames of invincibility. It wasn't very clear how much it is, how long it is, but that you're invincible for a short little bit using. They said have a safe flight. So it really does pop you up quite a bit. So just like kind of Cloud and Limit, when you're in persona form, you get quite a burst to come back to the ledge if you're down below the stage.
Got it. Yeah, this character's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to fight against this character.
Yeah, because you have to be aware of just, I mean,
it's almost like you have to kind of have two movesets down, and you have to adjust your attack accordingly, right? Yep. Your approach is going to change. Like it, I'm looking forward to it, and I know. I mean, I guarantee you, all quick play is going to be nothing but Joker.
That's how it was when the plant came out. That's all it was.
Yep. So take advantage of that while he's new. Take advantage of it if you want to get some GSP. So we have the jab. Is that right? The jab.
Yeah.
It's his knife. Okay. His dash is similar to Bayo, and
he like slides on the ground, kind of like Bayo. It kind of pops you up a little bit, so it can maybe leading into some combos, potentially.
Then Final Smash, which I know all of us use all the time when we play competitive, is All Out Attack. I think we got that one right.
Yeah.
And
no fancy names there.
Yeah,
but one thing that's interesting about this Final Smash is K. Rool and Yoshi. I'm trying to think of some others that have like an initial. They have to do the initial dash. You have to be lined up with your opponent that you want to do the Final Smash on. Mm-hmm. So that dash, you have to be lined up for it. On Joker, if they jump over you or you miss it quite a bit and they're landing back behind you, you have a second opportunity. If you flick the stick in the opposite direction, you can do a second dash backwards and it can still engage the Final Smash.
Got it.
So you get a do-over button, I guess, or not quite a do-over, but oops button.
I like it. We'll be using it all the time.
All the time.
Mementos, the stage changes color with different Persona music. It's red with P5 music, yellow with P4, and blue with P3. And he has 11 music tracks total.
Yeah, I believe 3 from Persona 3, like 4 from maybe it's less from Persona 4. They list them all out. So if you want to look, it's about halfway through the direct video. You can look and see all the names of the different songs. There's some, I think it feels like less than I'm saying right now, because there are some maybe remixes or alternate arrangements or something like that as well. But yeah, so it's different colors depending, and then the victory screen, if you're on that page as well for Joker, will adjust. It's kind of like I believe his victory screen is very similar to battle victory screens in Persona, I believe. So see if that Sakurai and his team are. I mean, he went to. This is an Atlas game, right? Is that? Yeah, Atlas. I believe they went to the studio quite a bit. I mean, they spend time with the creators of these characters.
Got it.
To make sure that they get everything right. So it's pretty cool.
They don't miss many details. Like you see Link with full health throwing his light beam, things like that. Like they don't miss.
Left-handed.
They don't miss too many details. So, what are your thoughts? Like we kind of outlined them, but like, what do you think?
I mean, gameplay in the video was kind of limited, so I'm curious to see how he plays. I mean, they showed a few moves and stuff. I think Bayo players are going to be at home a little bit. We'll see if he's as weak at Bayo at finishing moves. Well, I don't think we've seen any really smash attacks, how strong or how weak they might be. but you never know. I mean, I don't see. It's interesting. It'll be quite something to watch. But I think he might be able to combo quite a bit. He looks kind of quick, but everybody looks quick. But he looked like he was moving around the stage fast. Some of those moves that we were talking about with neutral B falling, doing damage with the guns, the slide that was Bayo-esque that can pop you up, that can lead to different moves. I think there's lots of potential. And then just the fact that you can flip the script on your opponent if you get that if you get your persona gauge activated.
I think it's worth noting too, they showed in the video, they showed the person losing a stock, right? And they lost some of the gauge, but then it came back even quicker. Yeah,
so if you rebellious gauge or whatever it is fills quicker. It will fill over time, but it fills quicker if you are in stock or percentage disadvantage, I believe they said.
Yeah, basically just kind of, if you're losing, you're going to fill up a little quicker. So taking damage, you're going to fill up a little quicker, that kind of stuff. So
yep.
Overall, I think the character's a great addition. I love how excited so many people are. I have zero connection to this character whatsoever, right? He looks kind of cool. The knife and the gun, that's cool. It's different. He looks very, although he kind of looks like a mesh of some characters, he also is very unique. He seems pretty unique. That ability to pull somebody through the platforms, like that could be crazy if somebody's camping or things like that. Like you may be able to force your hand with that. And so, of course, we'll just have to kind of wait and see it as it plays out. But overall, I'm excited that there is just hype for Smash. I mean, I'm sure it's trending on Twitter. You said there's almost 1 million views on the video. Like, right on, right on. I'm, fingers crossed that at least one of these 5 characters that comes out is somebody that I will be like, yeah, I'm so stoked this is here. I don't think Joker's a bad addition whatsoever. It's just, he's going to be another character that I may mess with for a little bit, but I'm not anticipating really
like the other 72.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the
other 71,
the other 95 characters. So, but yeah, I really do. I mean, I saw people in Discord saying he's my main. They haven't even touched him yet. Like there's people are excited. We saw that with Plant too, right? There were so many people that I'm going to main the Plant, and that was kind of short lived for most. A few people stuck with him, but overall, I think it's great. And I love that what Sakurai and his team does is that they give us a taste of what the game is that character's from. Like, and what a great, like, I'm very hopeful for Rex and the Blades based on what we saw with the persona and the way it kind of like fought along with Joker, but Joker didn't like disappear. It wasn't like a complete like character swap or whatever. They were just kind of both there, and it was kind of cool. So if none of the characters that come out in this DLC are characters that like I would get excited for, I still love seeing just how unique and how they incorporate so many details from their games into Smash. I think it's incredible.
And I will note that they put up the fighter pass kind of picture with like the slots for the different DLC. I don't know if we've seen this before or if Nintendo had confirmed it in the past, but it did say fighter pass guaranteed content through February of 2020.
That was before. That was the same. That was what they were told before.
Okay.
And they almost kind of implied that it was like the first season almost. Like it was
they left the door open for more.
Yeah, I would say that's a good way of putting it. They left the door open for more. So,
but Joker wasn't the only thing in this video.
No, it was a direct. It was a Smash Direct. We have a video editor, and they show just like freehanding a stage, and then bloop, the stage is there. You kind of just freehand. I'm assuming you're drawing with the touch screen, so you're going to be doing that handheld, I guess.
So you were talking about video editor, but then you jumped to stage builder.
Oh.
So It's late night. Josh is losing his mind.
I've been up since 3:30. It's almost 11.
So let's go first. Video editor is something that you can take your saved clips, so it's the whole match or whatever. You can go in and you can take things that you've clipped out, because I think currently can you clip a full match? Can you trim it down as it stands right now? I haven't messed around with it a whole lot.
Here's what I know. You can't fire up your replay and fast forward it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But hopefully in this you can, because you can at least see you can jump to where you want to go, because you get a small mini preview, kind of like when you're scrubbing through a YouTube video or something like that. You'll kind of get that mini preview and you can jump to that. It gives you the option to slice you can clip those wherever you want in your full video, and then you can delete the trash that you don't need. But then it also gives you the option to pull multiple videos into this one feed. You can create a montage. So Josh will be working on that here. The spike montage coming soon. But then you can also add text, I believe. Right? Wasn't text in there?
Twitch.tv/N64Josh. That's what.
Yeah, there you go. But then you can also upload it like to the Smash. It's in the Smash
Smash
community.
World.
You can go. Yeah. Well, yeah. So we're getting there. But that's all. That's the app. It's also going to be available to view in the game. It's going to have its own little thing that you can click on and go. So you can peruse through different creators or just random people, or they also offer the option to search character specific. So if you're looking for somebody that did something really cool with your main, you can go search out Mario or Palutena or Roy or anybody like that, and you can go look and see those clips that are featuring that specific character. So that's pretty cool.
So this answers a lot of questions for me, actually, that don't have anything to do with Smash. They have to do with Mario Maker, but I now know how we are going to share levels in Mario Maker. Just wanted to throw that out there. This is very much like the Miiverse in a way, where you could post things, that kind of stuff, and they're giving it to us on the phone, which I think it's cool, because if you want to be able to stay connected with Smash while you're at work or whatever, see what your friends are doing. I don't know. We don't have all the details on this yet, but overall, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I think it's gonna be really neat to be able to see what the community comes up with, to see some of the videos that get edited and things like that. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to trying it myself. Yeah. And I think that the only frustrating thing is if the amount of people that can see your post is based on the friends list on your Switch, that number needs to jump significantly.
Oh, no. Especially based on the fact that you can search via character, and then it even offered if you were, it said follow the content creator. You can follow the content creator via Smash. So I think it's in its own kind of little Smash world.
And so you guys understand too, I was trying to watch this in the car, and I was kind of fast forwarding some stuff. I was just trying to get the gist of it, because I was on a date and I didn't want to be completely ignoring my wife. So, so do bear with me. By the time I got back home, I ended up uploading another podcast and didn't have time to just watch this again. So, that's why we're leaning so heavily on Crawler, because he's watched it 3 times. So,
so moving next, what Josh kind of meshed in there.
We kind of just made a little sandwich here. We did video editor and Smash World, and then left stage builder.
So let's talk full on about Smash World. So Smash World, I believe last week it was reported on Nintendo Life or somewhere that the phone app received an update. I don't know if we're going to get another update tomorrow. Maybe this was some back-end stuff and they're just able to flip a switch tomorrow and you'll see it. But Smash World is coming to the Switch app, so you'll be able to view video content. I'm assuming follow the content creators, search for videos through there, kind of like I'm assuming kind of like you can do on the game, in the game. And then the other part of the Smash World thing is custom stages. So The commercial from last week was true. That was the hype that we were talking about earlier. Nintendo let the content creators of the world watch the video frame by frame and see the blurry stage creator icon on the screen and run wild with it, and it turned out to be true. So we will get that, so you can upload your creations, and then you can peruse stages that have been created. You can queue it up to download on your game, so next time you boot it up, it'll automatically download, which is super nice on going back to like was that Halo 2 or was that Halo 3 that had Halo 3 had Forge, right?
Yep.
And I feel like there was something on Bungie.net or an app or something like that it was easier to go search and do stuff out of game, because sometimes typing on your controller and all that kind of stuff is not the easiest or the best thing to do.
Correct.
So sometimes when you're away from the game, you're not focused on, because when you're in the game, you kind of just want to play. So with this, you can, when you're off traveling or away or at work or something like that, and you want to distract yourself, you can go look through all these stages that you maybe want to try out or play or download or anything like that, and queue them up, and then next time you load up the game, they'll be there for you. So that's cool. So let's transition into actual stage builder. Did you watch that part, Josh?
I just saw this, like I saw an outline get drawn in the middle of a, like it was the battlefield stage with no stage. It was just the background. Mm-hmm. And then there was I saw what looked like just a drawing appear, like an outline, yep. And then it filled in with, I guess, like grass and stuff, and then they immediately started fighting on it.
Yeah. So did you ever mess around with Stage Builder in Smash 4 on the tablet?
That's cute.
I know. So in handheld mode, it looks like you can do it just like you could on the Wii U gamepad. So you can draw with your finger. You don't always get the straightest line, not the cleanest way. I'm hoping there is a good way to have.
So every stage is going to be Castle Siege.
Yeah.
Just give you a fair warning.
I think there were ways to straighten out your line if you needed to, but it's
all I know is that I'm going to draw a stage that has a ceiling and walls on both sides, and each character starting it, and they can't hit each other. They're just going to be trapped, and they just have to wait for the timer to end.
The Josh Troll map.
Yep, that's good luck. You want to play a game?
If you want to have real fun, put them in boxes with lava, and whoever can try to tech out of it the best, and not get hit. And because I think you eventually just blow up and disintegrate at like over 1,000%. I think
you can't even leave because there's a ceiling. You just got to sit there and burn. Man, I can't wait for Stage Builder. I'm so excited now.
But that was how you practice teching in Smash 4. Is you built a custom stage, you put a lava ceiling, and you jumped into it, and you tried to tech when you hit the stage. That was a good way to practice. So
sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't take that long, but yeah. So there's the option to add, like, I didn't mess around a ton. I did build like one just to practice that teching kind of stuff that I didn't do a whole lot at the end.
What Smash a 4. Nerd.
Yeah. But I don't think these features were in Smash 4. But there's going to be the option to put rotating platforms. So it kind of. There's a Metroid stage that I've had the unfortunate pleasure of playing on in quick play that's like a meteor that's like spinning the whole time.
Brainstar or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Brainstar, I think, was the one that flips gravity up and down.
Oh, I see.
But there's one that's a whole rotating comet that or meteor that you're on, that you're constantly move around. But you can make smaller stages that are rotating or moving platforms, kind of like Fountain of Dreams. Those are just up and down. I think you can do kind of side to side stuff, kind of like the barrel on the bottom of Conga Falls.
Did I see the opening scene to Super Mario Brothers 3 was created and the curtain lifted up?
The curtain, so yeah, that's in there too. And then they've added the option to add depth, so you can do like decorative stuff on like the background. I think Yoshi's Crafted World, I guess, is where they got that idea. But yeah, so it can be stuff that you can see when it's in 2D, but it doesn't affect the game field. where you the platform that you're on. So the example they had was like a Kirby drawn in the background. I don't know what it was built with, but it was built, and then it was in the background that couldn't be. And there can also be stuff in the foreground. There was one I saw that had like pillars and all sorts of stuff that you were running in between that you didn't always have a clear view of the stage and your characters. So there's lots of potential. And then I saw something from Coney tweeted right before we were going live here, that there's a witch custom stage, and he put up a picture of what's the witch from Banjo-Kazooie?
Yep.
What's her name? I forget what her name is. But
yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't play. I remember that you talked about.
Yep, never. No idea.
So I forget her name, but yes. So maybe that's a low-key hint. Who knows? But I would love to see Banjo in Smash. But yeah, what do you think of Stage Builder?
Like I said, I was kind of fast forwarding around that part. Like I didn't see a ton of it. I saw Mario 3, and that piqued my interest, of course, because it was Mario. And that's pretty much it. Like. Again, it's another one of those things that, like, I know there's going to be a part of the community that absolutely loves this, and that's what's going to be what they spend their time, and they're going to be able to share these creations, and it could get crazy, and who knows, there may be some really cool stuff that comes from this. Am I going to spend time creating stuff? I highly doubt it, unless I can create troll levels, like I was saying.
I'll let other people do the hard work, and I'll download it.
Yeah, I'll just have a good time with it, you know. But it might be the kind of thing on stream where it's like, hey, we're only going to be playing custom levels today, so you know, and that ends up being some, like, you never know. You don't know, like, that's what's so cool about this kind of stuff, is you don't know what's going to happen until, like, it gets thrown out into the wild, and then it's like, oh, I see.
And there's a lot more creative people than me, so I let them do the heavy lifting.
There you go. I got you. Well, hey, 37 minutes.
We tried to keep to our word.
Yeah, it was longer than yesterday's episode. No, I'm just kidding. But let's wrap this thing up. So, Crawler, where can people find you?
You guys can find me hanging out in the Discord, n64josh.com/discord. Come share your custom stages with us tomorrow when it's up. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people hopping into Smash, so come check it out. And then also on Twitter and Twitch, Nightcrawler724, Nightcrawlers without the E.
Guys, you can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all the places, Facebook, wherever you like to be. It's at N64Josh. All right. If you want to follow this show on Twitter, it's at Smash Bros Cast. Okay. The music you're hearing right now is the Metal Melee theme. You can see the full video at n64josh.com/Metal Melee. That actually takes you directly to YouTube. Okay. You'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/SBC. Pick up something awesome like Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. The chair I'm sitting in is from OPC. Go to n64josh.com/OPC. You automatically save $10 at checkout. Remember, we have tons of resources in the show notes. That can be found at n64josh.com/SBC76. That's what this episode is. We did 75 yesterday. Lastly, guys, if you have a second and you could rate and review on iTunes, we greatly appreciate that. The very last thing, if you could share the podcast, whether it's in a Discord that you're real active in, a Facebook group, wherever, if you can share this, it means so very much to us. So thank you guys for that. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you Monday for another episode of the Smash Bros Cast. Bye now.